Believe it or not, we never had a phone, not one time. Not when I was 10, not when I was 15, not when I was 18. I did not get a phone until I was 20. The negative effects unfiltered social media can have on young people, I think, are pretty obvious.
Like, and just think about the random things that pop up on your page.
Mm-hmm. Like, that you don't ask for.
Like, how is this a night for you page, right?
And like, you're in the comments like, I miss the person I was 15 seconds ago.
Right? Like, what is going on?
Like, I never want to see this.
You don't want a very impressionable child having that pop up on their page. You know what I'm saying?
And I have to say, like, I totally feel that in the classroom now, you know, as teachers.
Oh, yeah.
That you have like 30 seconds to catch those children's attention. And if you can't put on a whole show, they're scrolling you. Hi, welcome back to Gotta Be Me podcast. We're so happy to be here again with you today. We are your hosts. My name is Sophia Binion, and this is my cousin, Peyton Binion.
Welcome back to our channel, everybody. I'll have you know it is Peyton with an A-Y. Walter Payton, not Peyton Manning. So that's just in
just
case
for everybody
anyone
that wants to type up Peyton.
I'm just kidding. Welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You're so close to that like button. Just smash it. You know what I'm saying?
This is a thing. Peyton's been selling Cutco knives all summer, so now she's going to be also trying to sell our podcast. That's not the point.
Yeah, someone I'm about to call someone out. Somebody totally acted like they're about to DM me for Cutco knives, and it was like a big trick. And they just asked me about Cutco knives, and then really they just asked me about the podcast, and I was so discouraged because I really
we need to separate. We need to separate.
Church and state, right? Come on. I was like, do you want knives? And they were like, blah, 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 gotta be me. I was like, come on.
Well, it was funny. You can't be trying to use sales techniques on our listeners for gotta be me. You gotta keep it separate. Because I feel the sales
it was separate. They included it. I was like, all separated.
Well, we had such an interesting thought, and actually my mom suggested it to me the other day that we should talk about it. And I was like, Mom, that is such a good idea. We are definitely going to talk about that. And she was like, talk about how you all never even had a phone till you were 20. So,
yep.
Yes, believe it or not, we never had a phone, not one time. Not when I was 10, not when I was 15, not when I was 18. I did not get a phone till I was 20. Peyton, well, you were almost
conceptually 20. You know, if we count the 9 months when I was being conceived. I think I got a phone this March. In March? Was it March or was it before?
Earlier this, just a few months before your 20th birthday.
Just a few months before I was 20. Yep.
And I feel like that is something not a lot of young people our age would ever say or ever even want to say.
Yeah, I'm literally not even gonna lie. It was pretty irritating, right? At the last 19th month, I was like, I have a license, I'm trying to drive. And I think a lot of people think oh, that's not safe, whatever. Generally there were phones around that we could use if we were driving or something. Yeah, it wasn't
honestly,
totally.
I think people say it's not safe and it's an emergency and they have to have it. But at the end of the day, most of the time you're around somebody else that you're like, can I borrow your phone? You know.
Yeah, it works. It really does.
You can make it work if you want to, right?
Yeah, you totally can.
And our parents just had a policy for us, you're gonna wait till you're 20. And like Peyton said, it did get very annoying sometimes. And especially if your friends have phones. A lot of our friends also didn't have phones as children and even young teenagers. But when they started getting 18, 19, they did. And I mean, technically you're an adult and you can kind of do what you want. But also we wanted to respect our parents and all that. But I don't regret it.
Yeah.
Definitely, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely
I'm 23 now, so I've had a phone for 3 years or whatever. And
5 months.
5 months, 3 years.
Me 5 months.
And I'm just saying, I don't feel I'm not oh, I wish I had one when I was 15.
Literally just thinking on my life, as far as time management, and phones and electronics, you're just a lot better off as far as time management without a phone.
I would not have known how to handle a phone as a teenager. I would have definitely, it would have taken over all the time that I was spending reading and learning and getting, I read so many books when I was a teenager. Imagine how much less I would have read if I had a phone.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes I wonder if I would be if I would, so like I read so many books when we were little, and we didn't watch any movies or have any social
Yeah,
media.
we had no social media. Like books
Which
were
that was nice as well, because like if I think about the children now,
the effects of social media. Okay, we are not gonna get on here
you're
on our
watching us on social media.
on our
so-
social media platform and say social media is all bad. We don't think social media is all bad. We're on social media, but the negative effects unfiltered social media can have on young people, I think, are pretty obvious. Like,
And just think about the random things that pop up on your page,
that you don't ask
and you're
for.
like, how is this my For You page,
And,
right?
and
like
you're in the comments like, I missed the person I was 15 seconds ago.
right? Like, what is going on?
Like, I never
right?
want to
Like,
see this.
you don't want a very impressionable child having that pop up on their page. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm not sad that I never had Facebook. What was the ones when we were more like Twitter was like when we were younger, but Facebook, Snapchat, Insta,
Snap.
TikTok. I'm not feeling deprived because as a child I never got to have those. I'm actually glad
Yeah.
that I didn't have all that being poured into my, like you said, impressionable mind. And I feel like we do have some social media now. Like we try to limit it and be healthy about it, but we try. I said, but like. I feel like we're in a place where we can handle it. I'm not saying we can handle it alone. I'm not saying we can handle too much of it.
For sure.
I'm just saying. Why are you laughing?
It's true. I agree.
I'm just saying we've been given a foundation, a good foundation from which to view it.
Right, and you're still laughing. Keep going. We're gonna talk about the children that we see all the time and how it affects them, right? Like so many children are using so many more meds. Just their attention span. Like I know literally for me, my attention span has gotten that much shorter. Like I used to read gigantic books,
classics.
okay? And plug through them. Like
Gladly.
in no time at all. Yes. I would literally sit in my room for days. Like
And just get on a Charles Dickens and read all his details and not even skip it.
And be so glad and reread it and like now I'm like, man,
1 minute, you can't catch my attention in the first 5 seconds.
I'd be scrolling, right? Like skip.
And I have to say, like, I totally feel that in the classroom now, you know, as teachers.
Oh, yeah.
That you have like 30 seconds to catch those children's attention. And if you can't put on a whole show, they're scrolling you.
Yep.
You know, if you were on a screen,
and they're
you
mental
would be next. Next.
without even a like
Swipe.
or a comment.
No like, no comment, just me.
Yeah,
And
and
I'm
that's just
saying,
an
like-
interesting mentality for people to have. Like I can just
I feel like it makes it
next
harder to learn.
people.
Makes
Yeah.
it harder to learn. So I'm not
I mean, even just think about doing college classes, right? Like, it's so easy to just stop doing that
navigate away
irritating
from,
that
from
Assignment.
Canvas.
You're right by all your
YouTube is
social
right there.
media.
Instagram is right there.
Right? Yeah.
And I'm okay. And what I want to say is, it's already difficult for us to know, okay, how much, and who to follow, and what to like, and what to. Okay, when is it time to put it away? When is it time to like put yourself on a fast? Like, okay, no social media this week, or like it's already difficult to navigate that. And imagining trying to do that as a 10-year-old or even a 15-year-old, I would never have been able to do it.
I'm definitely glad for how our parents did it. Even
I am
though,
so thankful.
Even though I'm always gonna like probably complain about it a little bit.
I'm still at the end of the day, like I'm glad.
Yeah, at the end of the day.
I think sometimes we talk about like our upbringing and the different things that we were sheltered from. But anyway, like just in my opinion, this is like one of the best things that they sheltered us from. And it wasn't like an eternal cutoff from social media. Like there was a time for it. But it was like our parents wanted to get us to a place where we could have some ability to filter it and know, okay, see, this is good. This is not good. This is positive. This is a trick. This is a lie. This we don't want to let us affect. We don't want to let this affect us. We're not going to hear this because that's trying to lead us in this direction.
Yeah.
That seems innocent, but really that's going that way. So we're going to stay
Yeah.
away from that. Like our parents were building that
Try
in
to
us.
create filters for you to be able to sort through what is even going on. I even just think about like the different pressures that are put on females, the different pressures that are put on black females. We talked the other day about how black women are portrayed in the media. It was interesting. A lot of people were commenting. They're like, well, why is in the media? It's because it's true. And that's an interesting way to put it.
To me, that's very like
Because,
one-dimensional. That's a very
Like, yes, there are women that are a certain way, But the point was, why are we showcasing those women instead of showcasing the women? They're like, well, there's a million women out there that are being hoes. I'm like, okay, well, can we find any that aren't?
Mm-hmm.
And can we show those examples? And like, you just don't want to own up because that's all that's there. Well, no, that's not all that's there. Have you lived? Have you been around?
But I think the reason we can even think it like that and ask those questions, like, wait, why is that the only thing we're seeing on social media, is because of that foundation that our parents, the preachers that we were around, helped to build inside of us. We couldn't have developed a filter by ourselves.
Children can't.
And we couldn't.
No, yeah.
I'm saying right now we still wouldn't be able to filter without the good influence of our parents, our pastors, other like preachers that were like counselors, teachers that were in our lives that helped us to know good, bad, good, bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then eventually you can take the training wheels off, more or less.
And you can kind of do it navigate it on your own. So yeah, that's a little story about how we never had phones until recently. And how we're glad about it. How we complained about it at that time, but how now we're thankful. And navigating social media, even for adults, I feel like is no joke. And in my opinion, it's like, why in the world, and I might offend somebody right here, but why in the world would you hand social media to your child? You have no control, especially without a control.
No, people think they're locking up their children's phones. Their children know phones better than them.
There are so many ways to get around that stuff.
I'm serious, and I know parents know. I've thought I was sneaky before, and I really wasn't. But they're legitimate, like phone. Like, I could do whatever and destroy it all. Like,
and in my opinion, why would you ever hand social media to your 10-year-old?
It's just a ticking bomb.
Like, it's dangerous. Yeah. It's more dangerous than handing them a Cutco knife.
Please stop. That's so boring. I went to a seminar and it's so interesting because it's like 300 of us people that sell Cutco, and we were all like comparing cuts on our hands because we like show knives
have the Cutco
all day long.
The Cutco cuts.
Yeah, and I was like, check this out, and we were like, bro, how did you get a cut over there though?
That's funny that everybody has them.
Cracking up.
Oh, hey, we didn't mention, and this is big news. Peyton just got her associate's degree this summer. Please comment congratulations to Peyton. She is feeling so excited and euphoric.
Yes,
yesterday she just texted me like, I'm done. Oh, and she has a 4.0. She graduated with a 4.0.
Let's go. Yep.
She's super happy about it. She's going to take a year off and focus on teaching and goals, personal goals.
Personal goals. I'm going to have a goal corner.
She's gonna have a goal wall where she.
I'm gonna get notes. Really fit. I should like say this on the podcast so that people can roast
people can hold you to it.
Okay, it's a gain 20 pounds program.
Muscle gain 20 pounds. Muscle. So yeah, y'all hold Peyton to it. Y'all know what time it is today.
Peace, love, and hair grease.